Hey guys, welcome. Welcome back to another episode of the Silent Flautist tutorial series. I am Vivek, aka the Silent Flautist. So far, in our videos, we have learned to play the 7 notes, the Swara. We also understood the difference between the Shuddha Swara and the Vikrut Swara. We have also understood the Saptak or the octaves and the difference between the octaves, that is Mandra Saptak, Madhya Saptak and Tar Saptak. If you still have confusion, I suggest you can go back to the playlist and check out the videos. In today's episode, we are going to be introduced to the concept of something called a raga. You must definitely have heard this term, but what is a raga? Before we delve into this, we must understand 2 concepts, which is bhava and rasa. So let us start with the first concept of bhava. What is a bhava? To put it in simple terms, bhava is a Sanskrit term that has been used to denote emotions or that which is felt. So we can say that bhava is a state of mind. It is abstract. A bhava or emotion cannot be explained by words. Words only help to manifest the bhava or emotion. For example, happiness is a bhava. Happiness itself cannot be defined with words, but words can help you to understand happiness. Happiness manifests itself in expression to become laughter or smile. Now, what is a rasa? Rasa, which literally translates to juice or essence, is the expression of bhava or the manifestation of a bhava through the body. Now, there are 2 main types of bhava. The sthayi bhava, which is a steady standing state of emotion, and sanchari bhava, which is a fleeting emotion, something that comes and goes. As described by Bharata Muni in the Natya Shastra, there are 8 sthayi bhava or steady emotions. The 8 emotions are rati, which is love; hasya, which is amusement or extreme happiness; shok, which is sorrow or sadness; krodha, which is anger; utsaha, which is energy or excitement; bhaya, which is terror; jugupsa, which is complete disgust; and vismaya, which is astonishment. Each of these sthayi bhava have corresponding 8 rasa attached to them. So, from rati or from love, you see romance, which is shringara. From hasya, which is happiness, you see hasyam, which is laughter or a smile. From shoka, which is sadness, you see karunya, which is compassion. From krodha, which is pure anger, you see fury, which is rudram. From utsaha, you see courageousness or heroism, veeram. And from bhaya, you see bhayanaka, which is fear. From jugupsa, which is disgust, you see bhibhatsa, which is aversion. And finally, from vismaya or astonishment, you have adbhuta, which is amazement or surprise. Each of these 8 rasas has a presiding deity and a color associated with it. You can see them right here. Shringara is presided by Lord Vishnu and the color green associates with the rasa. Lord Shiva associates with hasyam or cosmic bliss, and the white color is associated with hasyam. For compassion or karunyam, Lord of Death, Yamaraj, is the presiding deity, and grey is the color of compassion. For fury, Raudram, Shiva or Rudra himself is the presiding deity. Red is the color to denote anger. For the Veera Rasa, the king of Devas, Lord Indra, is the presiding deity, and it is expressed with saffron as the color. Lord Shiva is the presiding deity for the Bibhatsa Rasa, and a deep blue hue is used to denote the Bibhatsa Rasa. And finally, the eighth Rasa, Adbhuta Rasa, has Lord Brahma, the creator, as the presiding deity and is expressed by the color yellow. With careful study of the eight rasa, a ninth rasa was added by scholars later on. This was the Shanta Rasa or Shantam. The Shantam basically means transcendental tranquility, complete peace. The Shanta Rasa manifests itself only when you are devoid of all the other 8 Sthayi Bhavas as mentioned before. Isn't it incredible? Who do you think would be the presiding deity for the Shantam Rasa, and what would be its color? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what you think about the presiding deities and the colors associated with the different rasas. With the understanding of bhava and rasa, we need to understand now the correlation of swara with rasa and bhava. There exists a swara and rasa interrelationship. From the Shadja and Rishabha, we can see the Veera, Raudra and Adbhuta Rasa emerge. From the Gandhara and Nishada, we can invoke the Karunya Rasa, which is mercy or pity. From the Madhyama and Panchama, we get Hasya and Shringara. The Devata is used for Bibhatsa and Bhayanaka Rasa. It is to be noted that a swara has no independent identity. It is identified always in relation to something. Standing alone, we do not know whether it is a Dhaivat or Pancham. It is only with respect to a particular Shadja that you can identify a Dhaivata or a Panchama or any other note in the Saptak. It is also to be understood that the treatment given to the notes also invokes a different rasa. To give you an example, this was the first phrase. Now check this second one. The notes would be the same, but I'm going to be treating the notes differently. Did you notice any difference? Let me know in the comments below. Now, with the understanding of the Swara correlation with Rasa and Bhava, let us now go to the concept of a Raga. So the question is, what is a Raga? A Raga is nothing but a collection of notes in a specific order, treated in a specific way, in ascending Aroha as well as in descending Avroha, which has the capability to create or enhance a specific bhava in the minds of the listener. Let us start by breaking this definition down, and let me help you clear some concepts. Let's start with the specific ascending and descending. Have we heard this before somewhere? Oh yes, we have, haven't we? While explaining the concept of an alankar, I had used this same phrase, specific ascending and descending. What is it that separates an alankar from a raga? Remember, an alankar is a set of patterns with musical notes, whereas a raga is not a pattern in itself. A raga follows a specific ascending and descending. It does not have repeating patterns like alankars. The second thing I said was a collection of notes treated in a particular way. Because we have seen right before this how the treatment of the notes can give a completely different feeling. So, there can be two ragas with exactly the same aroha and avroha. But how you treat the notes will make the complete difference. And finally, we come to the most important part, which is the ability of a raga to create or enhance a specific bhava in the minds of the listener. This is a very popular Sanskrit saying with respect to ragas. Ranjayati iti raga. That which causes emotions is a raga. This is the most important part in understanding the concept of a raga. A raga is not considered a raga if it cannot produce a bhava in the minds of the listener. It is the bhava producing capabilities that define the raga. So now, how about we try another exercise? I will try and play some ragas for you. And how about you help me try and identify the bhava that it is associated with? That was the first one. So what do you think of it? What bhava or rasa do you think it would be associated with? Here's the next one. How about this one? What do you think would be the rasa for this raga? Let's go to the third and the final one. Keep the discussion going in the comments so as to what rasa these ragas could be associated with. Now, we come to the end of the video. Let me summarize the entire video for you. We first discussed the concepts of bhava and rasa. Bhava is nothing but emotion and a state of mind that you are in, whereas rasa is how the state of mind manifests through your body. For example, hasyam is laughter, is felt when you are in a state of extreme happiness, whereas fury or raudram is what you exhibit when you are in a fit of complete anger or krodha. And then we saw the correlation of how notes are associated with individual rasas and how the treatment of the notes differently can produce different rasa. And finally, we went to the definition of a raga. A raga is a collection of notes where the notes are treated in a specific way in ascending as well as descending. Note that the ascending and descending need not be exactly the same. They can be different too. And the main part of it is that a raga has the capability to create or enhance a bhava in the mind of the listeners. Remember that phrase, Ranjayati iti ragah. This was all that was there for today. These concepts might be a little heavy, but I've tried to simplify them as much as I could. Keep going with the practice. We are soon going to be starting with the ragas. This is where the interesting part begins, guys. With this, we have come to the end of the video. If you're enjoying the content that I create, then please support me through memberships on Patreon. Patrons get exclusive benefits such as a monthly Google Meet, more notations, finger positions JPEGs, transcripts of these videos, and much more. Or else, you can consider making me a one-time contribution through any of these mentioned here. I'm also there on PayPal, so feel free to send it through PayPal. If not, please comment on this video so that if you have a query, I can get back to you as soon as possible. And share this with people who are learning the flute. It will definitely help them. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon. Every time you get a notification to learn something new, I'll feel extremely happy about it. Thank you and have an awesome learning week. Keep up the practice. Enjoy the process of learning. The Silent Flautist signing off for now.